So, if you're looking for the definitive way that I've found so far to kill Umbra early game, what I've found is with specific characters, it's harder than others because I've found that I have to rely on a specific spell mixed with using bows. So I have this Breton character that I'm using for this. To kind of essentially prove my theory. I've done this a few times with some other characters, but this is probably the definitive way that it worked for me. It was jumping here, like in normal Oblivion, and casting Fireball.
Shall feed.
Now what you'll notice is that you can't really hit her, so you have to equip the bow. God damn it. The bow for magic. Cold touch. Now because I'm a Breton, this makes it a little bit easier. Since I'm able to use more of the spell, I tried this with an Imperial character with, I think, Destruction as part of their skill set, and it worked okay. It just took a lot longer. But this is pretty much just using regular starting area stuff beyond the katana, because obviously that's not. But that's something you can obtain really easily through the Thieves Guild sort of questline, which I've just barely started with this character. But you can use, to speed this up, you can get potions. The potions of sorcery. All come from... Why'd I drink? Damn it. Drank the wrong potion. Don't do that, because there's a cap to the amount of potions you can drink in Oblivion. Drink that one, and then I have... No, I don't want to eat the lotus seeds. So, that gets her down pretty far. If you're playing characters with more of a magical focus, it'll be quicker than this. Characters without it, it'll be a little bit slower. Of course, there are probably other ways, depending on your level. This is a pretty early game character that I made. Completely missed. Don't do that, because it just makes this take longer. But you can see the proof of concept. This is a good way to level Marksman as well, because she's such a tank. Just bring in, like, 1,000 arrows or something and pound away. But do kill her, because she's, like, really easy to die to if you don't know what you're doing. Like, if I jump down here right now, I'm dead. But I found that Bretons are probably the better race to do this with. Altmers are probably the best. Any more magical oriented races are probably better suited to this. Imperials are tougher, and that would fall into the same category as Nords and other races too. Which is naturally just part of the Elder Scrolls experience. But you can see that over time, you can get her down in health. It is hard, though. because she regenerates health, and you're essentially trying to beat her regeneration. Like, you can see how quickly, and if you miss, like I'm doing, because I'm stupid, it's really easy for her to get back that health you just took from her. Especially if you're not careful, you can really fuck some shit up. Another way you can do this is by using these. The Flame Bolt spell, not this one, but the other one I just used, is something you can get in the starting dungeon. The other one is not. And she's done. So, the main thing is using spells against her, because you cannot hit her with a sword. But this is the definitive way that I've found so far. Of course, now I'm going to get over encumbered. But this is the definitive way I've found so far to get... Not that. Umbra. Which is probably the best starting weapon since it starts at 9. The Akaviri Katana, which I got through selling and buying through a fence, sits at 4, and the base game steel short sword is 3. So for a early game weapon, there probably isn't much better. But yeah, this is probably the easiest way that I've found to deal with Umbra, especially if you're a magical character, magic focus character. You'll easily be able to beat her. It would be a little bit harder not being a magic focus character. This is not a magic focus character. This is more of a hybrid, the true modern Elder Scrolls experience. But yeah, you can pretty easily do this, since I believe most races start with the Cold Touch spell. But yeah, this is so far the definitive way to kill Umbra.